during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier, because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
And batter up. Here we go. Start of a new week, and hope you're doing well. Having a good start to your day, and you had a lovely weekend. Didn't commit too many nutritional and lifestyle sins. If you did, go to confession. It's great to be with you. And we have, as always, there's something on the menu. I'm sure there'll be something on the menu that you will like to hear about, enjoy, and maybe use to help you take charge of your health and help your doctor help you. I think most good physicians appreciate informed, insightful patients who can talk with them about what's going, not just describe their symptoms, but to share with the doctor their view and take on what's happening with them and various treatments, including medications, pharmaceuticals, nutraceuticals, or any therapy associated with helping the body to heal itself. Doctors appreciate that. And hopefully on this show, you'll learn something that will help you do that and be in charge of your health. I always say, don't farm out your health to subcontractors. Big mistake. You have to be in charge. Now, you need help. You may have if you want to consider your doctor a subcontractor, fine. But you need to be supervising that project. So, and I'm checking out the camera. I noticed I caught a little tan. Yeah, that was in the yard for 3 hours yesterday. Even though it was overcast, it's amazing. I didn't even put any makeup on. We're going to talk about makeup. When I was on CBS every Monday morning, I taught myself about makeup. And of course, being that this show is now on internet TV, I guess we can call it internet TV. Can we call it? Yeah. One of my producers says, yeah, you can call it that. Internet TV, I wear makeup. Today, no makeup. So there is a story associated with that. We'll get to it. And, of course, the cosmetic industry is a multi-billion-dollar business. People want to look better. And more men, by the way, are wearing makeup. You don't have to be on TV to wear makeup. More men are wearing daily makeup. This is interesting. But there's one thing you need to know about makeup. I discovered it, unfortunately, the wrong way. And you'll see what I mean. And there'll be more than a few listeners who have had the same experience associated with wearing makeup and your skin. We'll talk about that. Also, we're going to talk about eating out. Eating out has become more and more popular in modern or contemporary society. No doubt about that. Because of price, because of the availability, more restaurants. There's, people doing a little better in terms of their income, whatnot. So eating out is very popular. There is some risk in doing that. We'll talk about that. There's one risk in particular that's going to be related to the theme for today's show. Diet and accelerating aging. Eating and accelerating aging. How diet accelerates aging. Eating out leads to a particular health issue that, in my opinion, contributes a significant portion of the variance related to accelerated aging. You'll see what I mean. And then before my guest comes on, who will be Audrey Ross, to talk about eating and accelerated aging, I often talk about being overweight on this show. Well, guess what? There are also some risks associated with being underweight. 877-897-8255. That's a toll-free number. No charge. Always here to talk with you. And I'll take your call. If you can take the time to listen, I can take the time to talk to you. And you can ask a question, make a comment, share your experience, story associated with what we're talking about, or if it's even if it's off topic, that'll be okay too. And if I don't have the answer, I'll either get the answer while on the air, or I'll get believe me, I know somebody in this world that'll know the answer. If I can't find it, that's unusual if I can't find it. As a researcher, my professors always taught me 50% of the challenge in answering questions is to know where to get the information. And I remember as a graduate student working on my master's degree, I had two professors that really taught me a lot about that. How to find the information. You'd be surprised. Sometimes it's not so easy. People think, I'll just go to Google and get the answer. My professor would probably say, Google this. One of them has passed away. He passed away when he was very young. It's a shame. Nevertheless, we'll get into this and much more. Visit the website, letstalknutrition.com. By the way, also like the Facebook page for Let's Talk Nutrition, and I'll like you back. That's very important. That if you could do that for me, I'd appreciate it. And if you visit my Facebook page, you'll find that the shows are on demand. The viewing of the show is on demand, and the listening portions, all the listening, the audio and the video are on demand. Audio is under a link called Show Schedule. Video is right on the home page. You'll see that. Okay, eating out. I know that there's more than a few people, because I know what the statistics are, that listening to this or watching this show that eat out. I like to eat out. It's fun. Usually on a Friday or a Saturday. And I used to go every weekend, not so much lately because of the show and other things that I'm doing, too busy. Nevertheless, this study comes out of Duke, the NUS Graduate Medical School in Singapore. And it was an interesting study, good sample, well done, and not surprised by the finding, but it's worth talking about. And this was the first study to show a correlation between meals eaten away from home and, you're going to say, overweight. Yes, that's true. You're going to say, what? High cholesterol. Perhaps. High blood pressure. The findings of the study, according to the researchers, highlight lifestyle factors that affect hypertension. Now, what would be in the food to cause the hypertension? One would be the sodium. The other would be calorie content. Turns out that today's theme, eating and accelerated aging, these two elements become implicated in the acceleration of aging. Now, worldwide, high blood pressure or hypertension is, and has been for a very long time, the leading risk factor for death associated with cardiovascular diseases. When they use the term cardiovascular disease or the phrase, what they're meaning is a constellation, a bunch of different diseases. High blood pressure and disorders. High blood pressure is one of them. Come back, I'll tell you more about this particular study. In my researched opinion, high blood pressure is one of the factors that is correlated with not only early death, premature death, but you can well imagine accelerated aging. How you age and when you die are correlated. Makes sense, right? If you're on a fast track accelerated aging process, if you will, you think you're going to die sooner or you're going to die later. So it's important to know how fast you are aging.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our number one ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA-certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace for a good night's rest naturally.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted Best Independent Chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
There are some of my friends that eat out every single day, 7 days a week, at least one time a day. Sometimes they'll eat out twice in one day, especially on the weekend, where they also eat out for lunch and then they go out to dinner. Well, you do that at some risk. If you're not very vigilant about what you're ordering when you're eating out, you can get yourself into some health trouble here, as it turns out. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, stopping by, listening, or viewing the show. This was an interesting study. It was done in Singapore, and they were taking I separate diet. You'll hear me say diet and lifestyle. Many researchers will include diet within the lifestyle concept. I like to separate them because I want to feature diet and nutrition. Nevertheless, eating meals away from home, there's some sort of risk. You're not doing the cooking. You don't know necessarily what's in there. You don't know how much sodium or whatever else they may be putting into the food. Nevertheless, too, that this research team found that prehypertension existed in 27.4% of the total population, and 38% ate more than 12 meals away from home per week. Wow. While the gender breakdown showed that prehypertension was more prevalent in men, 49%, than in women, 9%. So men are especially vulnerable to get high blood pressure when they eat out. 12 times a week, my mother would beat me over the head if she knew that I was eating out 12 times a week. Why? She would say, "What are you spending all that money for?" That's what she would say. "Go home and cook," which I do. Those who had prehypertension or hypertension, check this out. Those people in the study were more likely to eat more meals away from home per week. They had a higher mean body mass index, meaning that they were fatter. And they had lower mean physical activities, meaning they were sedentary. And they tended to be smokers. What's up with that? They called these novel findings. Well, I guess they're novel. And Dr. Jaffar's team was able to show the link between prehypertension and tension with meals eaten away from home. What is also significant in this study, they pointed out, is that even eating one extra meal away from home raised the odds of prehypertension by 6%. You say, well, that's no big deal. Now, is there a way to eat out and eat healthy? Yes. You just have to find the right restaurant and make sure you know what you're doing when you're ordering off that menu, and don't be afraid to ask them to prepare a food in a particular way. If they don't want to do it for you, go eat somewhere else. If they don't want to do that, don't eat there. You don't need, forget it, because there are restaurants who will accommodate you. And more restaurants are becoming health conscious. You can see that reflected on the menu. Even some of the high-end restaurants, where sometimes they disregard, health nutritional issues, and the menus, it's fabulous. The food tastes fabulous. But but they don't tell you which is heart healthy and not. Now even those restaurants are starting to do it. Why? Consumer demand. People are becoming more conscious about what they're eating. Thank goodness. So be careful if you like to eat out 12 times a week. I know people that eat out 7 times. They'll have lunch every day, and then on the weekends they'll go and have dinner too. So that's 9. But 12 times a week? Wow. That's a lot. What's the matter? You don't have forks and knives and pots and pans at home? What's the matter? Come on now. We can do better. I cook every day. I cook my dinner every single day. No matter how early, how late, I don't care. I resist the temptation to eat out. Now, I'll go out on the weekend from time to time. It's nice to have a dinner, right? Especially with somebody you'd like to be with. Don't eat dinner with people that make you upset, by the way. It's not a good idea either. Nevertheless, we talk a lot around here about being overweight. Well, what about being underweight? Well, there are some risk factors associated with being underweight. And let's talk about this a little bit. 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. This study was published in the very prestigious, famous journal, The Lancet. It's a British journal, and it's been around a long time. Great articles have appeared in there for a long, long time. Very credible. Believe me, it's not a comic book or some fashion magazine. And what they found was that people who are middle-aged and are underweight, those folks are a third more likely to develop, what do you think? Being underweight and being middle-aged, what do you think would be correlated with that? Come back, I'm going to tell you. You're going to be surprised. So being thin, good idea. Being too thin where you're underweight, where you're at an unhealthy weight, is not a good idea. And you run a big risk here. And what's interesting is that they found this correlation with middle-aged people. They didn't give a full explanation as to why that might be the case. And if you watch the show, you'll see that we post. I find either the journal, or I'll find an associated website from the research institution that conducted the study, so that you can actually see what's being published. I'll often have the study or the press release. Come back, I'm going to tell you what's associated with middle age and underweight.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement, or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit TakeSolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Consumer
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom, NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Well, I suspect there's probably not one person listening knows that there's a correlation between being overweight or obese and being unhealthy and putting yourself at risk for all sorts of health issues, including premature death. Now, just as important, you don't want to be underweight either. New study in The Lancet points out that middle-aged people who are underweight, now in other words, they had a body mass, they operationalized underweight as body mass index less than 20 grams, those people are a third more likely to develop dementia. Really? Than people of similar age with a healthy BMI. This correlation is interesting. It was published in the Lancet Diabetes and Endocrinology Journal. The findings come from the largest ever study to look at the statistical association between body mass index and dementia risk. And it did show that middle-aged, obese people, BMI greater than 30, are nearly 30% less likely to develop dementia than people of a healthy weight, which is crazy. That is crazy. In other words, the people, they also showed in this study, let me repeat that middle-aged, obese people are nearly 30% less likely to develop dementia than people of a healthy weight. Now, these findings contradict previous research, which shows the opposite. Now, I don't know if that finding in this study is an artifactual finding or not. I don't know. Which suggests that obesity leads to an increased risk of dementia. Now, they also found that people who are underweight were third more likely to develop dementia than people of similar age with a healthy BMI. That correlation is somewhat mysterious to me. I don't know what it is. Now, maybe that finding holds up with young people younger, maybe people older than middle age. I don't know. They analyzed the medical records of nearly 2 million people with an average median age of 55 at the start of the study period. And, yeah, people who were underweight in middle age were 34% more likely to be diagnosed with dementia than those of a healthy weight. And this risk that they identified for dementia persisted even after 15 years, even 15 years after the underweight was recorded in their medical records. This is serious. Now, we don't have an epidemic of people being underweight in this country. The epidemic is people being overweight or obese, with nearly 68% of the population being in such a condition. We're now inching our way slowly but inexorably toward 70%. The reasons why a high BMI might be associated with a reduced risk of dementia, remember I reported people that were overweight had a reduced risk for dementia, the researchers say aren't clear. They say, one researcher said, if increased weight in midlife is protective against dementia, the reasons for this inverse association are unclear at present. I am not persuaded that this is so clear and clean. You're going to have a hard time convincing me that being obese at middle age reduces the risk for dementia. You're going to have to sit up a long time and put some argument and some data together to persuade me of that. I'm not persuaded by this one study. 877-897-8255, 897-TALK. When you look at all of the metabolic dysfunction that's associated with being overweight or obese or morbidly obese, how dementia skips through the corridors of risk is beyond me. So I got curious. I said, okay, underweight. Let's take a look and see. I have not talked much about that on this show. I admit that. Maybe I should do a better job in reporting on being underweight, especially as a high risk factor of dying. How about that? Just as much so as obese people. A study published at nice hospital, St. Michael's, St. Michael's Hospital, being underweight put people at the highest risk of dying, just as obesity does in this particular study. The study was led by a Dr. Joel Rays, a physician researcher at St. Michael's. And, the risk of dying, he found that adults who are underweight, in other words, they have a BMI under 18.5 or less, have almost nearly two times higher risk of dying than those with a normal BMI. The people who were obese, their risk was 1.2 times higher. And those who were severely obese was 1.3 times higher. Now, there is some dispute and debate about using BMI, body mass index, as a metric to determine whether a person is overweight or obese. You could have an athlete who is very muscular, muscle weighs more than fat. They could end up on the BMI chart being obese, but they could be very fit and very healthy. That's one of the criticisms, just one of the criticisms on BMI. But that metric is used time and time again in the research. So being underweight put people at the risk of dying just as much as obese people. So in this study, being underweight would put people at twice the risk. Being obese or morbidly obese was at 1.3 or 1.4 respectively at putting people obese. So underweight came up just to even a little bit more of a risk. And in this study I just reported on, being overweight at middle age reduced the risk for dementia. That is an odd finding in that study I reported on just previously to this one. That one, I do not understand how that could be. And they didn't offer an explanation. You know why? Because they don't know. That's why. And they didn't want to do any limb walking. Now, in fairness to the researchers, I didn't have the full article, so maybe in the discussion section or conclusion, they did, as one of my research methods statistics professor used to say, you know, once you leave the data set, you walk away from the data, wander away from it, and you start to talk about the findings, you are now limb walking. You can only hope woodpeckers weren't working on that limb, because you know what happens then, right? You fall. I thought. That study I reported on said that being middle-aged and being overweight served as a way to reduce the risk factor for dementia. And I kept, I looked at that early this morning. I said, that doesn't sound right to me. I reported on it. They also found in that study that being underweight increased the risk for dementia. But that other piece of it, you've heard me reference it now 3 or 4 times because it's on my mind. So during the break, I even remember reporting on this a number of times. And I know the literature. I know the overweight and obesity literature pretty darn well. And I know there's a correlation. So I went and said, let me see if I can find an example. Sure enough, it took me, you know how long it took me? 15 seconds. I found it, literally. It came out of the American Academy of Neurology. In this study, being overweight or obese during middle age increased the risk for dementia. It was published in the journal, the Journal of the American Academy of Neurology. They point out that about 1.6 billion adults are overweight or obese worldwide, and over 50% of the adults in the United States and Europe fit into this category. Well, 68%, they stand corrected. They found that people who were overweight or obese at midlife, are you ready for this? I had to sit down, had an 80% higher risk of dementia. 80%. That's almost 100. In the world of science, 80% risk. You can establish that correlation. That's almost like, that study was blessed with holy water to get that kind of effect. That's a huge effect. Alzheimer's disease or vascular dementia were 2 of the types of dementia that emerged in this study. People who had normal body mass index at middle age didn't run that risk. There's no way you're going to convince me that being obese at middle age is some sort of buffer against dementia. Are you serious? Come on. There's something wrong with that data in that study. I just report on the current study. There's something wrong. In my opinion, that's an artifactual finding. Something peculiar about that. It runs counter to what we know, and there's a bunch of studies to support my position that there's a correlation between obesity and dementia at middle age. Come on, man. Something wrong with that study. I don't know what, but it doesn't sound right. Now, we'll switch gears a lot here. This business of makeup, cosmetics. So, as I said, it's a multi-billion dollar. They make more money than you and I have our collective sense selling cosmetics. The whole idea of cosmetics has been part of culture and society since time immemorial. This study comes out of the Medical University of Vienna. That's nice. Now, there's something, and I learned about this the hard way when I was on, we used to do a segment every Monday morning on CBS, and I had to wear makeup. Oh, and by the way, I learned to put my own makeup on, right? So, and then now that we're on internet TV, I wear makeup. Today, not so much. I didn't have a chance to put it on, but almost every day I wear makeup because it's high definition TV. And it's unforgiving. If you have a piece of lint on your face, it looks like a sheet. If you have a wrinkle, a crevice in your face, it looks like the Grand Canyon with high definition. Everybody says, oh, I want that high def. No, you don't, dummy. You want filters on that camera. Filters. Give me filters. Nevertheless, there's something that they put in cosmetics that I found out the hard way you can have an allergic reaction to. I'll bet there's more than a few people listening, probably mostly women, who know what that is. It's an enzyme that they put in cosmetic products that acts as an allergen via the skin, and it's papain. Papain is an industrial protein degrading enzyme, folks. That's how they use it. And they put it in cosmetics. And when humans and even other animals, if you will, come in contact with it, they get strong allergic reactions. And I'm one of them. And your skin, the rash and what happens, you break out, and then you can't get enough makeup to cover it up. So the very thing that you were trying to help makes you look worse, and then you got to use more of that very thing, which is the makeup. You can't make it up. And I found that out the hard way. I couldn't understand why my face was breaking out. I had these splotches all over my face. Somebody took paint and hit me in the face with red paint. And I figured out, well, genius, it's the makeup. Papain is found naturally in what? Papaya. There's some people that eat papaya, and you got to rush them to the hospital. And it's also used as a plant-based pepsin in reference to digestive enzyme pepsin that is present in a person's stomach. You will see papain oftentimes, most of the time, on digestive enzyme products. You'll see it's listed. The cosmetic industry uses papain for exfoliating treatments to remove dead skin, surface skin. There are even enzyme-based shampoos for house pets to clean the fur and make it easier to brush, and they put papain in it, and your poor animal ends up with some allergic reaction, and they start scratching. I won't get into the mechanism of action of how it does it. All you need to know, if you see papain on cosmetics, you should, and if you're breaking out, that might be the reason. I'm just saying, we want to cover the bases. We want you to look good, too. Not only feel good, but look good on the outside. And looking good on the outside, in my opinion, starts from being better on the inside. That's not to say that you can't do some preventative things, take preventative measures, and practice some techniques or whatever, strategies from the outside in. The other day I saw a commercial with... I just blanked on his name. Oh, I'll have to think about it. I just blanked on his name. I can see him standing in front of me. It was an infomercial. And he made a whole career out of working from the inside out, and has now a whole line of cosmetic products that really seem to work. I'll come back, I'll tell you what his name is. My memory just stepped out on me.
during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Great to be with you. Thanks for starting the week off with LTN. And we're here every Monday through Friday for a couple of hours. The show airs live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11, but it does air at different times in different markets because of time changes and whatnot, programming schedules for different radio stations. But we're grateful to be in all of the different markets across the U.S. and the radio stations that air the show. We appreciate their support, and we appreciate them airing the show for sure. Nobody's taken for granted. It's all important. We would like to think that there is a message or two that we can share with listeners and viewers of the show that could make a difference for them. We don't have all the answers. Sometimes we ask more questions than we have answers, and that's okay too. It's an evidence-based show. If you're new to Let's Talk Nutrition, once I refer to studies all the time. I refer to cultures that have used particular therapies for hundreds, if not thousands of years. I'll refer to different products, supplements, whatnot, that have been on the market for a long time that seem to work, and there's research to support their safety and efficacy. In other words, it's not just a show where people come on here and pop off opinions. I don't even let guests do that without challenging them. And some of them are my good friends, and I still do it. Because it takes more than an opinion. We want more than an opinion. It's okay. You want to do that in politics, have at it. You know, you can always reelect somebody, but you can't reelect your health. You don't want to lose your health. One thing to lose an election, it's another thing to lose your health. So opinions are fine, but we want informed opinions. My guest is Dr. Audrey Ross. She's always informed and has the background and training to give not only informed opinions, but intelligent, insightful, and useful ones, too. She's an educator for Country Life Vitamins. What I wanted to talk about with her today was diet and aging. And I often talk on this show, and I can give you examples. I talk a lot about how diet can extend life. I reported, like, for example, back in December, I reported on a study involving the Mediterranean diet. One of my favorite ways of eating was published in BMJ. That's the British Medical Journal. They showed that eating a Mediterranean diet was correlated with extending lifespan. How? Because the diet appeared to be associated with longer telomere length, which is a marker for a slower aging process. The shorter those telomeres get, every time cells divide, the closer you get to, somebody making the call for the undertaker. Turns out, and I report on one study after another that will enhance quality of life and suggest that it leads to better health and maybe even longevity. Turns out, though, that the flip side of that coin, of that diet and aging coin, is that eating a certain way will accelerate the aging process. Hence the theme for this portion of the show, eating and accelerated aging. So last time you sat down to eat, Dr. Ross, did you sit in front of that plate and thought, what I'm eating is going to either slow down my aging or it's going to speed it up?
Well, I have to say, very honestly, no.
Me either, and most people don't, right?
That's exactly correct. People don't really think about that when they have their breakfast or their lunch or their dinner. We do have people who focus on their diet, of course, but we don't think about it with the aging process.
No, we don't. You go ahead.
What we're putting in our body, is it going to make us age quicker, or is it going to slow that aging process down? So the Mediterranean diet, as you spoke of, is one of my favorite ones as well. But if we look at what it contains all the stuff that are good antioxidants, because it's those free radicals that really age us, those bad cells that run around trying to hurt somebody. But the whole focus that people have is on my diet. You know, am I following this specific diet? And I think we really should get away from the diet mode and look at lifestyle instead. How you are eating every day, because when you start restricting things, I can't have that, it's not in my diet, it causes something in the brain that says, oh, wait, but as soon as I'm off my diet, I want that all the time.
Mm-hmm. And are you using the word diet here in terms of weight loss?
Right.
Okay. So you and I, though, know that the word diet was never intended just to mean, when I'm very careful on it, I had to learn, I had to teach myself to make the distinction when I'm using the word diet to not, if I mean weight loss diet, I need to say weight loss diet. I had to teach myself to do that because it gets confusing, and I was contributing to this misconception and myth that, or the conflict,
misunderstanding.
The misunderstanding of diet. You know, when people put weight loss and diet together, they think that diet always means weight loss. When we say Mediterranean diet, we don't mean weight loss. We mean a way or a program of eating, right?
Right, exactly. And see, now I contributed to that problem as well. So thank you.
It took me. Listen, it took me a good while because I was conditioned to do the same darn thing. I was just assuming, and I had to keep checking myself all the time. And finally, I got it into my thick head to say, weight loss diet versus diet. So when we say Mediterranean diet, we're not talking about weight loss. We're talking about a way of eating. And that diet, by the way, is constituted of a high intake of vegetables, fruits, nuts, legumes, such as peas, beans, and lentils, unrefined grains, an intake of olive oil, low intake of saturated fat, moderately high intake of fish, low intake of dairy products, meat and poultry, and regular moderate intake of my all-time favorite, wine. Thank you very much.
As my son pointed out to me, red wine contains resveratrol. That's good for you.
That's right. No, that's the way my mom cooked. Of course, she was from Italy, born and raised, and immigrated to this country. So that's what I grew up on. And then from time to time, she would throw in a few Polish dishes to make my dad happy.
Oh, what a great combination.
Yeah, I can tell you, some of those Polish dishes were tasty, but boy, they were pretty caloric. So, yeah, you and I, most people don't do this. They don't sit down and say, you're sitting at the dinner table with your husband, wife, or your partner, and they say, well, Mary, that's going to accelerate your aging. Nobody does that.
What lovely dinner conversation to have at a dinner party, right?
Yeah, you get the plate thrown at you. Come on. But the truth is that eating can accelerate aging. I mean, it does. And people think, well, if I eat, I'll just get fat. No. If you eat unhealthy and you do it chronically, you're doing more than just gaining weight. You're committing all kinds of metabolic mayhem in your body. And you know that from your studies, Dr. Ross. You know that.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah. It's sort of, I always try to think this through when theming a show, eating and accelerated aging. because you don't want it always to be bad news, bad news, bad news. But we'll present we just started off that way. Mediterranean diet seems to enhance the better side of aging. In other words, it's not so dramatic. It's not so fast. It seems to moderate the aging process a bit. So we'll talk about that as well. 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. It is true. Most people don't get up every day thinking about, well, how am I going to eat today? Am I going to eat to slow my aging down, or am I going to eat to speed it up? I understand that. But it's nice to talk about it so we know that it can do one or the other. And it's not fiction. It's not science fiction. It's science. And you'll see. I'll identify those studies. So will Dr. Ross. We'll be right back.
Is your fish oil wildly pure? New Chapter is proud to offer a whole food approach to fish oil, Whole Mega. Naturally pure 100% wild-caught salmon comes from the pristine waters of Alaska. Like extra virgin olive oil, the fresh-caught salmon for Whole Mega is pressed immediately after harvest. And that's all that's needed to deliver wild Alaskan salmon's whole complement of vital omega fatty acids. These omegas support your heart health. One serving of Whole Mega per day, 2 grams, has been clinically shown to help retain healthy triglyceride levels and to improve the omega-3 index, a studied marker of heart health. And did you know experts recommend consuming 2 to 3 servings of fish per week? So 1 week of Whole Mega delivers the omegas of 3 servings of wild Alaskan salmon. Discover the New Chapter difference, wildly pure Whole Mega. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local Fine Health food store.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less. Medi-C Plus. The C in Medi-C Plus stands for vitamin C, and the plus stands for lysine. Did you know vitamin C is arguably the most important water-soluble antioxidant in the human body? Or that we cannot produce vitamin C on our own like animals do? We need Medi-C Plus to meet our daily needs. Medi-C Plus provides the body with a high concentration of vitamin C and lysine, which work together to build collagen for optimal heart health. Dr. Gifford Jones, graduate of the Harvard Medical School, developed Medi-C Plus after his own heart attack 16 years ago. With the help of Medi-C Plus, Dr. Gifford Jones is now a healthy 91 years old. But Medi-C Plus is not just for heart health. Medi-C Plus also benefits your immune system, vision, promotes healthy skin, provides support for healthy teeth and gums, healthy joints, and much more. So make Medi-C Plus part of your daily routine and enjoy healthy living. Medi-C Plus at your local Vitamin Discount Center and all fine health food stores. You can also order online at mymedi-c.com or call toll free at 1-844-871-0069.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And we're back, and you can make that mic hot for Josh. Grab that mic there. In the studio today, of course, Stephen is always here behind the glass. John is here. He hasn't been able to talk for 2 weeks. It's been pretty great. No, I'm just kidding. Poor guy. Finally, he can talk a little bit. He can only whisper. Lost his voice, and so they had to do some little surgical procedure over the weekend. He's coming back. Sooner or later, he'll be able to talk. He's here. And then we have, he brought along one of his cohorts, Josh. Josh, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Thanks for having me.
It's our pleasure. So you said something to me when I was reporting. We'll get Dr. Ross to comment on this. Excuse me. When I was reporting on eating out, you talked about that, and you said, what did you say to me about that? Eating out?
Oh, I'm guilty.
You're guilty?
Oh, I'm so guilty.
And you said the weekend is particularly perilous for you?
For sure. You know, we leave at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're not back till 5, 6 in the evening. So that's 2 meals right away. The first place we hit is definitely a
fast food place.
Well, no, definitely no. Fast food we try to stay away from, but we do hit those mom and pop diners for the breakfast menu.
Okay.
And I'm addicted to it. I love it.
So
I love it.
Yeah, Dr. Ross, and if you hang around here long enough, Josh, these messages start to get inside your head. Ask John. I mean, he now has moved to a Mediterranean diet. He may sneak a pig ear sandwich in once in a while, but not as much. So it influences you. Dr. Ross, I was reporting on a study earlier about eating out. And what they found was that people that eat out, eat their meals away from home, tended to have high blood pressure. And they were commenting in the piece that the eating out in and of itself that isn't perilous. It can be. And they emphasize salt and calorie content of food. You and I are talking about eating and accelerated aging. Eating out and high blood pressure, that's an interesting correlation.
It is an interesting correlation, but you hit on it for sure, is salt. That's one of the things. And I also think saturated fats are used very much in the restaurant industry. You get a lot of saturated fats that may even be hidden, and then you get the additives, preservatives. You get a lot of things. And I think people have this idea that, oh, I'm eating out, so I can't get anything healthy. But there are ways to do it. It may be a little unconventional when you start.
Yep.
But you're used to it. That's how I do, too. You know, they have fruit plates. They have things that you can do, poached eggs. They have things that you can look at on the menu that aren't that bad for you. They're not like eating at home, obviously, because you're in control of everything you put in there.
Right.
But you ask people, okay, I would like this poached with maybe a English muffin rather than
pancakes,
or hash browns. It's just when I go out to eat, and sometimes people think going out to eat gives them free rein. I'm just out to eat. I can have this time. But if you do that on a regular basis, it does accumulate and builds up, and then exponentially hurts you.
Well, there are people that eat out every day, and sometimes on the weekend twice a day. When they go out to dinner, they'll have lunch. They'll have at least lunch out every day, or breakfast and lunch, and then some people eating as much as 12 times away from home during the week. I mean, here's my...
Well, that's me. I travel.
See, there you are.
Every week, and that's me. So you do have to make those decisions. And I mean, if I didn't, I would weigh 500 pounds and have high blood pressure and diabetes and who knows whatever else is going on.
Absolutely. Here's this link though, and I see if you. I'd like to hear your professional take on this. Eating out, they said, cause high blood pressure. And remember, we're talking about eating and accelerated aging. This is my view, and I see what you think. That high blood pressure, which is a silent killer, it's known as the silent killer. In my opinion, high blood pressure is one of the more formidable factors or variables to accelerate aging. The damage high blood pressure does to the cardiovascular system, the arteries in particular, is formidable. It is formidable. It'll sap the life right out of you. Usually shows up in midlife, and you end up, you're out shopping, you're on the golf course, and you have a major coronary, and you say, where did that come from? High blood pressure. I didn't after doing this show for 10 years, I have a far greater respect for high blood pressure. What's your take?
Well, high blood pressure is, like you said, the silent killer. And people don't realize that when you're putting that much pressure on your vessels, the inner part of that vessel becomes stressed and damaged. Then you get buildup of plaque inside that vessel. So if you think of something that you're constantly building up plaque, you're now creating a smaller transversing area for the blood to go through. So now you've taken this 3-inch PVC pipe and taken it down to a 1/4 inch because of all the plaque buildup. That then is even more difficult for the body because that plaque is like concrete. And that's why we have so much angioplasty and bypass and all that going on.
In fact, high blood pressure is the leading risk factor for death associated with cardiovascular disease. Eating and accelerated aging. If you eat out a lot or eat a diet, even at home, high in sodium, high in saturated fat, high in refined processed grains, and I can go on, you run the risk of damaging those arteries. That's one of the outcomes or consequences, intended or otherwise, of unhealthy eating. It's the damage to the arteries. And it's not just the arteries to your heart. Those arteries also go to where? Every part of your body and organ system. There's a thing on your shoulders called a brain. Those carotid arteries get clogged and you can't get enough oxygen and nutrient to the brain. What do you think's going to happen? Be right back.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medici Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medici Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medici Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit TakeSolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Go online.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more, New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom, NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever, however you may be listening, whatever you may be doing while you're listening or watching. Visit letstalknutrition.com. You can do both there if you like on your smartphone, tablet, or computer. And, of course, there's always your radio. And my guest is Dr. Audrey Ross, educator for Country Life Vitamins. We're talking about accelerating the aging process with eating. Yeah. There are any number of things you can do to do this, and we'll cover some of the highlights here. We won't be able to get into all of them, but certainly, in my opinion, a chronically high fat loaded diet leads to all sorts of metabolic mayhem, whether it's fatty liver, heart disease, whatever. I know it's popular these days to go after the refined processed carbohydrates and say that those are contributing to obesity and heart disease more than fat. Well, I don't know. I think it's possible for people to have a high-fat diet and a high refined processed carbohydrate diet as well. They're going to get smacked twice here, rung up twice. And I want to get my guest's reaction to this comment. It is my opinion that a diet high in protein will accelerate aging. And let me put the qualifier in, high animal-based protein. What do you make of that, Dr. Ross? You disagree with me?
I do not disagree with you.
I was trying to create an argument here.
Well, when you look at the Mediterranean diet, you've got a lot of fish involved with that, and I don't consider fish like the red meat. I think my thinking on that would be you don't want a lot of red meat in your diet. I like fish. I have a lot of fish. Occasionally have chicken. Rarely have red meat.
Well, what's up with what? Well, and some people will rationalize it. And I know people, there are people that I know, I'm sure you know as well, and maybe even listening to the show, that will eat red meat 3, 4, 5 times a week. And they'll say, but it's free range. Okay, that's better. But even then, a diet that high in red meat, do you think eating red meat, even if it's free range, organically grown, in other words, the livestock is organically fed and raised, is that still a good idea?
I don't think 3 or 4 times a week is a good idea for red meat. Now, if you are going to have red meat, for sure you want grass-fed, free-range, organic, whatever you can find there. You certainly don't want the processed red meats. But the body breaking down that red meat, there is saturated fat in red meat, whether it's free range or not, you're still going to have saturated fat. And that the body has to break down as well and utilize properly. So if you are going to have red meat, it needs to be the highest quality. But I do not agree that you should have it 3 times a week.
Okay. And the point that the risk you point out is well observed and taken. Trouble with my voice today. Isn't it the case that a consumption of high animal protein it throws off the acid-base balance? It makes the body too acidic?
Yes, most definitely.
So share with the listener why that would accelerate aging or be otherwise unhealthy.
Well, we've talked before on how the body is working towards homeostasis, being in balance. And when you eat a lot of animal-based protein, your body provides a lot of acid to break it down. It acidifies the body. So the body has to go into this balancing act. We want to get back to homeostasis. Well, that takes effort, and you have some free radical damage, and free radical damage, as we know, hurts the cell. Mm-hmm. It decreases the length of those telomeres. It creates DNA damage. So anytime you've got high acid in the system, your body is trying to get back to normal, and you've got more free radicals going on. And you have a lot of things happening in the system that are above and beyond what it should be. The goal is for the body to stay in a neutral pH.
Sure.
When it has to work to get to that level, you're accelerating the longevity of each of those cells that are doing that. So if you think about it, if you're going to build a road and you have a shovel versus a tractor, what's going to take you longer and what's going to take more time and what's going to actually degenerate you more?
Sure.
So that's kind of how I look at it. It's
I understand. I get your metaphor. Now, turns out that Country Life makes it one of the best protein products, is, in my opinion, in the industry. The 100% whey protein.
Mm-hmm.
Whey comes from milk, right?
Correct.
Milk comes from cows. Right? Mm-hmm. So it's an animal-based protein, right?
Correct.
I have never said on this show that if you eat consume a whey-based protein, you put yourself at health risk. What's the difference between taking Country Life's one, which I use, 100% whey protein, and you can now have it organic, you have it, any way you want it now. What's the difference between doing that 5-6 times a week compared to eating a steak, even if it's free range, 5 or 6 times a week?
Well, you don't have the saturated fat. You have just the actual protein that can be assimilated very easily into your tissues. And I think that's where people misunderstand whey protein. They think, oh, that's animal, I can't do that. Technically, whey protein is considered vegetarian.
Why is that? Why is that? Why is it considered vegetarian? It came from a cow. There's no plants on cows.
That's true, but it's not in the killing of the animal. It is part of what is considered to be vegetarian because it's in that category of.
Are you meaning to say that it is removed from the animal by several degrees, and then how the product is manufactured, like what you all do? If you could explain to the listener how you filter that microfilter processing. In other words, at the end of the day, it ends up almost being like it's so far removed from what was in the milk or that came from the animal that it gets into that category of vegetarian. Is that what you're suggesting?
Exactly. You
Okay.
put it very. I was stumbling for words there, trying to explain it without getting too technical. But yes, that's it.
Okay.
When you take the whey protein, the Bio-Chem 100% whey isolate, it is microfiltered and ultrafiltered. Now, what that means, obviously, whey protein comes from making cheese, curds and whey. That byproduct of making cheese is the liquid that's concentrated off of the process making cheese.
Right.
When that liquid is formed, that's called a whey protein concentrate. So it's going to have the fat, the cholesterol, the lactose still in it. With Bio-Chem, we use a microfiltration and ultrafiltration process, which makes it basically an undenatured whey protein. We don't use heat. We don't use chemicals. That's part of the problem when people look at a whey protein. They think, oh, it's not good for me, or I have problems with it.
Yeah. So this particular product, the 100% Bio-Chem whey protein, that you can eat 7 times a week.
As a family-owned company since 1968, Now Foods has spent the last 46 years building a legacy in the natural health industry as a trusted leader. Now provides a comprehensive approach to wellness by offering more than 1,400 high-quality health foods, supplements, sports nutrition, and personal care products at an affordable price. Now believes that natural is better. They don't use artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and they offer many vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free products. Their foods are all non-GMO. Since their beginning, Now has grown to become an award-winning leader in the natural health industry. But one thing has never changed: their commitment to providing the highest quality products at the best value to empower people to lead healthier lives. High quality doesn't have to mean high price. From essential oils to amino acids, multivitamins to natural sweeteners, Now has you covered. To find a store near you that carries Now products, or for more information, visit nowfoods.com. That's nowfoods.com. We live in an age of fast information, high-speed communication, instant gratification, rapid transit, ready mixed, pre-cooked, heat and serve, and living life on a moment's notice. But when it comes to staying healthy, you pause for a moment. Jarrow Formulas has been formulating high-quality nutritional products for over 30 years and has been a leader in the research and development of some of the most effective, affordable, and cutting-edge natural health solutions in the world. At Jarrow Formulas, they understand that distinction does not happen overnight and that a reputation for excellence is only earned through many years of persistence. Their staff of scientists and health professionals insist on doing things the old-fashioned way, with clinical studies and scientific research. They believe that the true test of a quality company is the purity, potency, and good value of its products and meeting the highest expectation of those who matter most, their customers. For more information about their superior formulas and to request free samples of their leading brands, please go to www.jarrow.com.
Hi, I'm Kate. When I asked my health food store to recommend a natural solution to improve my digestive health, they suggested their best-selling probiotic, Ultimate Flora Critical Care. It has 50 billion live probiotic cultures in every capsule. I was surprised to learn that a poor diet, aging, and even stress can deplete our bodies of billions of good bacteria. That's why I take one Ultimate Flora Critical Care probiotic a day to help maintain my digestive balance, support my immune health, and help keep me regular. And my mother takes Ultimate Flora Senior Formula. It's formulated to help adults 50 and older maintain good digestive health too. It's the Ultimate Flora difference that sold me. Each high-potency, once-daily formula includes strains that are scientifically studied for their specific health benefits. Plus, the delayed-release capsules protect the probiotics from harsh stomach acid. Ultimate Flora probiotics are available at health food stores everywhere. From Renew Life, the digestive care experts.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace for a good night's rest naturally.
Is your skin showing signs of aging? Do you want hair with more body and stronger nails? Add Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C to your daily routine to help you regain your youthful, vibrant appearance. Collagen is the body's key structural protein, and it is critical to the elasticity and strength of connective tissues like skin, ligaments, and tendons. Recent clinical studies suggest that supplementing with collagen may reduce wrinkles and increase the firmness of your skin, improve the thickness of your hair, and strengthen your nails. Previously, medical studies also show a wide range of benefits from collagen supplements that may help with your joint pain, bone strength, and exercise recovery. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C provides 100% pure collagen that's hydrolyzed for maximum absorption. Results are felt and seen within weeks. Super Collagen Plus C promotes a healthy body by providing specialized nutritional support to help fight the effects of aging. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C products are available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Canavest, from seed to shelf. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural factors where great health begins. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And here's the health question of the day. If you have the correct answer, you'll win a $25 supplement gift card. This is all good, always good. We do this every day at this time, and so don't be shy. If you know the answer, call. I bump into people all the time say, I knew the answer, so why don't you call? Well, call. It's okay. It's a listener-friendly. I reported on a study about cosmetics. It's, not related to what I'm talking about with Dr. Ross, but it's an important point. And there's an enzyme that they put in cosmetic products that causes that acts as an allergen, consequently having this allergic effect. What is that enzyme? Was it A, betaine, B, papain, or C, tylane? What was it? Was it A, betaine, B, papain, or C, tylane? Which enzyme is put into cosmetic products that, for many people, including myself apparently, causes an allergenic effect, if you will? It's an allergen. Right answer, $25 supplement gift card. Is it betaine, papain, or tylane? Tylane spelled P-T-Y-A-L-A-N. Is that how you pronounce it, Dr. Ross? You don't pronounce the P, right?
Normally, no, but I know people say phthalate.
Oh, they say phthalate? I would have never said that. What do you say? What do you say?
I say phthalate.
Oh, you say phthalate?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not the right answer. So,
I thought it was on pronunciation. I didn't think it was for the question.
Only for you.
Okay.
So we're down to two choices. Was it betaine or papain? What are they putting in these cosmetic products that acts as an allergen? $25 supplement gift card, 877-897-8255. Okay, so eating protein is something that certainly complements health and contributes to healthy aging. And, what do you need? About 25-30% of your diet and calories should come from protein, Dr. Ross. Would you recommend that?
I usually say between 30 and 40%, depending on if you work out or not. Because when you look at what the protein provides, your amino acids, that's what make up your muscles. It makes up so many parts of you need protein for every cell in the body, because those basic amino acids also work together to produce other amino acids. For example, glutathione is a manufactured amino acid from your basic amino acids. So
there you go.
Amino acids are important, and even if you're vegan, you always look for a balanced protein to get your array of amino acids.
So a lot of what people eat that accelerate aging contain these free radicals. A diet that's will promote the production of free radicals. A diet that's high in sugar, for example. A diet that's high in unhealthy fat will promote these free radicals. From a supplement perspective, now I know the body makes certain antioxidants, but given the way people eat and live these days, because lifestyle also promotes free radicals and free radical damage and oxidative stress, are there supplements that you have at Country Life that can serve some sort of antioxidant purpose?
Well, the biggest one that we do have would be the Real Food Organics, because that's basically your food tablet, and it's fruits and vegetables, grains, legumes, sprouts, and greens. And they're fermented, so it's easy for the body to absorb and utilize. But our goal is free radical obliteration, so you want antioxidants. And that comes from, specifically, the best source would be fruits and vegetables. Well, each of the Real Food Organics multi has got certified servings of fruits and vegetables based on ORAC value, which is how many free radicals they can neutralize.
Sure.
So that would be my first line of defense as far as how to start looking at neutralizing some free radicals.
And that's one of the things that eating an unhealthy diet and the way it'll accelerate aging is that it does tend to create these free radicals. And then you get, like when you get too much sugar in your diet and then it starts to cross-link with proteins, then you develop what they call these advanced glycation end products. Those things are lethal and, just create so much damage to the cells, tissues, and organs. And there are many articles that I've read about antioxidants. They say antioxidants don't extend maximum lifespan. I know that, but that doesn't mean that they don't serve, that you can't take a supplement and get some benefit from taking antioxidants to deal with the moment and help quell the or quell the inflammation that stems from the production of the free radicals and all their bad behavior, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think if people would just look at what the sugar consumption that they're having, they think maybe that they're doing really well. But start reading the supplement facts panel, and you'll see so much hidden sugar. And if people would really start focusing on eliminating as much sugar as possible and getting away from anything processed, you can have a really good diet without having processed food.
Absolutely.
It's a great thing. And we've got our coenzyme Bs. Those are great to help with the body as well. And in the coenzyme B advanced, we've got something called benfotiamine. Benfotiamine is a whole other topic in and of itself. But, the AGEs, the advanced glycation end products, are your most destructive free radical in the body. And most people don't realize that those have to be neutralized.
Absolutely.
Possible. And, and benfotiamine plays a role in keeping your glucose levels at a healthy level, which then you don't create AGEs when you don't have elevated blood sugar. I mean, you do, but not as much.
And Country Life's that product, that coenzymated B product, is one of the best-selling B products in the natural products industry. I'm a big fan, and I use that particular B product. Let's go to Sun City. Evelyn, let me help you out with your answer. I want you to reconsider it, okay? So, what is it that they put in cosmetic products? Betaine or papain? The answer that you chose was wrong, so what's the other answer? Papain, right?
Papain.
Yeah, that's right. And so you won a $25 supplement gift card. How are you doing, Evelyn?
Pretty good.
Good. Everything okay out there in Sun City?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? One day at a time?
Yeah, we're the oldies out here.
Oh, no. That's only, that's a nice place. It's a good place for people to live. And how long have you lived there?
19 years.
Well, good for you. And can I be impolite and ask you how old you are?
Go ahead.
How old are you?
I am 79.
Good for you. Keep it up. Congratulations. Dr. Ross, thank you so much. Take Country Life supplements and products. Why? Because your health is your wealth.
Did you know that doctors recommend omega-3 essential